All right, guys, I am excited to have another championship transformation. This client just crushed her last 6 weeks with us, and I want her to share her story. What is your name?
I'm Shea.
Awesome, Shay. And how old are you, Shay?
I'm 26.
26. What do you do for work, Shay?
Right now I'm a chiropractic student, but in 2 months I'm graduating, so I'll be a chiropractor.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. So you've been living the student life for the last little bit, and I know chiropractic. I guess the program it's physical. You're moving around a little bit, right? But what was kind of like your fitness and what was your health like before you started with us?
So I was just like, I'm from out west, so I lived a very active lifestyle before I came to Cairo College, and I just had a really hard time with my transition into the city. And like I couldn't hike, I couldn't ski, and honestly I gained a lot of weight and like just wasn't living my happiest life in Cairo College.
Yeah,
And then I was like, I need to be a better role model to my patients and like prioritize diet and prioritize like being strong, especially like when I got into my intern year and felt like I wasn't strong enough to adjust some people. I was like, okay, I need to go. I need
hmm.
to deal with this now. It's been 3 years accumulating a problem and I need to jumpstart it.
Oh wow. So super active out whereabouts out west?
I was from Alberta. Yeah.
Alberta. Okay, so beautiful. You got hills,
Yeah.
everything. You got
Yeah.
lots of places to hike. Came to Toronto. You got like a super flat place,
Yeah.
probably cool, busy. Were you finding yourself like was it what do you think was it the inactivity or was it the food that you think affected the weight gain?
I think it was the inactivity and just like professional college is harder than undergrad. Don't let anyone tell you different. Um, like I really threw myself into school, which I don't regret, like, but it is what it is, and I let my fitness for sure slip away with
Gotcha.
city lifestyle.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I find it's people, make a change, decide to make a change for two reasons. It sounds like you almost had that aha moment when you couldn't adjust someone. But was there a moment where you're like, I gotta really do something?
I mean, I think I had a few bouts of like, oh, I'm gonna start running, and then I remembered that I hate running, or like, um, oh, I'm gonna like do a huge crash diet, and then remember that's not sustainable. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So I think there was bouts, but I do actually think that like having an external force watching me and committing to someone else, like for me it was Coach Rochelle and Coach Kiana because I'm a 6 a.m. girl.
Nice.
But like having other people around was very good for me personally for
Yeah.
accountability.
That's what I was gonna get at. I think it sounds like you tried to do things on your own, but the missing link was that accountability and just being being committed to the whole process.
Yeah.
So going to the process, you
Mhm.
crushed the last 6 weeks. What were scale result? Like I'll break it down into two things, measurable and non-measurable. Let's talk about measurable results. What kind of results did you get in the last 6 weeks?
I think the scale result was something like 10 or 12 pounds. I'd have to double check my app. I didn't really watch it that closely.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but um yeah, I think it was 10 or 12 pounds. And then it was like big time, like boobs and butt. I'm a
Yeah,
woman. Like that's where I
absolutely.
that's where I keep weight. So that was kind of cool. And I definitely like feel it in like sports bras and jeans,
That's
especially.
awesome.
Which is nice. And I think like for strength wise, it was just like learning how to lift properly because
Mm.
I feel bad now for all my patients that I've given like rehab to. And I was like, yeah, just do it. And I'm like, no, poor activation. Think about it. Like you need to actually think about what you're doing. You can't just lift things.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I'm excited. Like I've been using, yeah, I guess we'll get to this, but I've been
That's
using
all.
this challenge. Like I lift at school now and then I do like the classes still at the gym, but I'm trying to like use that skill outside too
Yeah.
because I know that I'm going to be leaving soon and I won't have you guys anymore. So I got to
Uh,
figure out how to do it by myself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's almost like going through this program in the 6 weeks was like a school. But I want to talk
It
about
felt like
the
a school a little
yeah.
bit, but that's okay.
It's
Clearly I
a
respond well to that. I'm in
you
professional college.
yeah, you're used to it. It's probably a chiropractic college is probably harder than a program in terms of learning. But I want to talk about the measurable results. You lost over 12 pounds. you lost body fat, but I think the big thing is like a lot of people don't think about is inches as well,
Hmm.
because there's other measurements. So those have dropped significantly for you. Um, non-measurable things like strength, proper form, technique, your core is actually activated now when you lift. Anything else that like non-measurable results that you saw after the 6 weeks?
I don't know. I think I've always been a morning person, but this really helped me lean into that part of myself. Like I always study in the morning, like I always get up relatively early, but like I said, I was a 6 a.m. girl, so it was like I was living like my whole life before I went to work, which was pretty awesome for me
That's awesome.
personally because that's when I'm happiest is in the morning.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it was a good way to like get out of bed, let's go, like start your morning strong with a giant sweat and work
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I love the morning crew, and I myself like to work out in the morning too because it feels like you have the rest of your day ahead of you, like once you're
Mhm.
done your workout, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So that's huge. Um, I want to jump into kind of like the workout wise because we have two types of workouts. We got the kickboxing and we get the fit workouts. Two-part question: what was your favorite between the two?
Mm. I think at the beginning it was definitely the kickboxing because it was just like cardio that I didn't hate. Like I said, I don't like running. I like swimming. Like I have cardio that I like, but I was just like, oh, this is fun and I sweat a lot and it's like a good time. I've
Yeah,
also never considered myself like a violent person, like at all. Like I don't think I've ever hit anything before in my entire life. And then I was like, this is kind of fun.
yeah,
Like this is kind of fun hitting a bag for 45 minutes and very therapeutic. So it
yeah,
definitely started as the kickboxing, but the fit did grow on me. Like in the beginning, it was definitely like I was almost trying to like, I want to go kickboxing. I don't want to like work out
yeah,
in a circuit, and then by the end it's more 50-50 ish or whatever I can fit into my schedule because I was like, oh, like fit's fun, like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
good. Like I guess I like, I will say about you guys is I like that your fit is a little bit slower so that you have more
Mm,
time to like figure out the exercise because like I've done like random like bring a friends to like Orange Theory or like F45 or something and it's like you have 20 seconds to figure this out. Bye.
yeah, yeah,
Whereas you guys your fit is a little bit more like a minute or a minute 30 to like figure it out and find your groove, which I personally appreciated.
yeah. Love that. That's really great feedback, and we kind of design it that way, right? Kickboxing is the cardio for people
Mhm.
that hate running, swimming. It's funny because I'm an endurance athlete, but like I still think kickboxing is one of the best cardios because it's like you don't think about it. You're doing something different every single time, and your heart rate stays elevated. But we've actually designed the fit to be more strength based, and a lot of like actual like boot camp hit style gyms, like it's cardio and not really
Mhm.
strength. And that's why we design it that way. So I'm glad and it's important that you got that realization that both kind of work with each other. You need both the cardio, you need the strength aspect, which is awesome.
Mhm.
Let's talk about like when before you started the program. And this is a two-part question as well. A, when you first came in, were you skeptical about the program when they told you about it? And B, what would you say to someone that it was in your position and maybe skeptical about joining or committing to the 6 weeks?
Sorry, give me a second.
All good.
Skeptical. I would say for me, I was most skeptical about food. Like at I go to school and I also work part-time. So I was like, I can get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and go to the gym. Like I know myself. I'm good for that. But for the food, it was like I think when I first started, I was like militant about it. Like I have to follow their plan or they're gonna like kick me out of the program. Like I was almost like blackmailing myself for no reason. Like nobody said that to me. Let's be
Yeah.
clear. It's not coming from Fight
Yeah,
Fist.
yeah. We don't we
That's
don't we don't we
entirely
don't
coming.
blackmail people.
That's entirely coming from me. That has nothing to do with you guys. But like, and then probably after the first 2 weeks of like, oh, if I don't have something healthy to eat, I won't eat. And I was like, no, that's not gonna happen. Like that's not sustainable at all. Or like, oh, my friends want to go out for food and I won't go because I can't eat. Like I was like, no, like live the way that you're gonna live after 6 weeks because this isn't over after 6 weeks. Like you're
Mhm.
still gonna go out for food with your friends.
Mhm.
like you're still gonna forget to pack lunch and eat like one of those disgusting granola bars. Like you're like it's not the end all be all if you like have an occasional cheat moment on this diet. And like coming around to that was probably, yeah. So my skepticism had nothing to do with you guys. It was entirely self-based, is what I'm
Mhm. Mhm.
hearing me say
Yeah.
out loud
No, I
now.
get it.
Is like I thought I was gonna have a hard time adhering to the diet. I did. I did not adhere to it 100%. And that's okay. Like you can still lose weight and you can still be happy and still make meaningful changes in your diet without being militant
Yeah,
and crazy about it.
that's right. Love it. And I was like, 80% is good enough. You're still an A student.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm not saying I threw it out the window. I'm just
Yeah.
saying like I didn't guilt myself if one day I wanted like a nice Starbucks with cream and sugar in it, you know?
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I love that. And I think that's the key to like a lot of people don't realize. Like we encourage the diet. We say, hey, you'll get better. Obviously, the more compliant you are to it, the better results. But you could still make changes just like you have, right?
Hmm.
Still have Shay, you still lost over 12 pounds, which is amazing in 6 weeks,
Hmm.
right? Inches came off, feeling better. So I think like and you almost answered what the second question was, is like, what would you say to somebody that's
Yeah, I would just say like it's okay. Like if you like prioritize the gym, that's the most important part, is like making it to your 3 or 4 classes. I think I challenged myself to do 4, and I actually think I did. I'd have to double check. Um, and then like from there, like try and have, I call it my holy Sunday, where I like meal prep and clean my house and like get my stuff all together for the week. Um, try and have that moment where you can meal prep and have everything, but like life is busy. And if you have to stop at McDonald's and pick up a wrap or something, like
yeah,
don't guilt yourself into eternal shame for it. You're
yeah,
fine. You'll
yeah,
still be good. You can still lose weight. You can still be happy. You can still go for
yes,
your friend out with your friends. Like it's it's not as intensely militant as you might convince yourself it has to be. Like the
uh,
diet is, like Joe was saying, a suggestion. It's
yes.
guidelines and it's hard, but I just don't think I hit a protein intake a single day.
It's all
Michelle and I
good.
were literally talking about that. I was like, it's impossible. It's
It's all
impossible.
good. It's all good. Well, like I think right there is where, the key is like you just stick to it. We'll give you the guidelines. We'll give you all the support you need. But at the end of the day, like you take ownership of it. And I always talk about like the transformation. You've had great physical results. You obviously energy wise is better. Learning was ton, but I think the true transformation is now, you spent the last 3 years kind of not focusing on your fitness, but now it's kind of reinvigorated. That's
Hmm.
the true transformation. You've transformed to someone who's mindful of it, who's now made it a part of your life. And Shay, thank you so much for sharing your story and congratulations.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
Any last words for the team or any last words?
No, just thank you to the 6 a.m. crew. I wish I had gotten to know all of your coaches, but I truly mostly the morning girls. So
That's
that's
all.
okay though.
Love it. Thanks so much for your time, Shay.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.